Hi, folks. This is Rod Charles here at Oxford High School. It's Oxford versus Avondale High School. If we look right over here, we see a lot of enthusiasm for the young ladies on the swimming and diving team. And as soon as I said that, they decided to quiet down. I guess I tamed them. Well, let's hope that the Avondale team doesn't tame the Wildcats tonight. But as we've all said, one of the great things about swimming and diving and other sports is the opportunity to have fun, and our student athletes here are certainly having a lot of fun. What a great time for everybody, including the parents and the grandparents. As I said, this is Rod Charles with the microphone. Mike Kimosabi, Mr. Bill Service working the camera. And if we could please, let's all get ready for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets would glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Boy, great job. That's a very tough song to sing. Very, very difficult, very challenging to sing. As we all saw, we had the Oxford Wildcats and the Avondale team all stand for our national anthem. Great job of singing the national anthem. Anyhow, as we said, it's Oxford versus Avondale here, October 19th. Head coach of the Wildcats, Jackie Rank. Avondale's coach is Rebecca Berman. Our first race is the 200-yard medley relay, and as you look across the pool deck, you can see the timers, backup timers getting ready. They're walking across the bulkhead of the pool here. Just a reminder, the meet is recorded by Oxford Community Television. If you want a copy, give a phone call, 248-628-9658. It's only $10. Anyhow, 200-yard medley relay, 2 lengths of each stroke. So we've got an 8-length race here. Per usual, we start off with the backstroke, followed by the breast, then the butterfly, and then the freestyle. Oxford's in lanes 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. We got to be able to do a rhyme with that. Anyhow, so for the Wildcats here in lane 1, that's the lane that's closest to the camera. We've got Emily McClear, Brooke Manzik, Victoria Provo, and Tabitha Sterner. Lane 2, right next door, Tate Hamilton, Addie Bishop, Laura Mace, and Emily Viken. Lane 4 for the Wildcats, Rachel Cummins, Jenna Fissler, Victoria McClanagan, and Ashley Welk. Lane 6 for the Wildcats, Grace Charnstrom, Sabrina Kirk, Kaylee Rogers, Peyton Bailey. And on the far side from the camera, we've got Paige Hodder, Elsa Rodriguez, Caitlin Gata, and Mackenzie Finley. All right, 2 lengths backstroke.
your hands and feet. Take your mark.
Once again, we have very good officiating crew here tonight. Jim Irwin, Jason Leshevitz, both are very experienced officials. They know what to look for. Well, it looks like the Wildcats are already, after just the first leg, are way ahead. The only worry at this point is a DQ. All right. Nice job there on lane 4. Once again, what we like to point out in relays that the swimmer in the blocks cannot completely leave the block until the preceding swimmer has touched the walls. Huge lead for the Wildcats here. Right now it's 1-2-3 for the Wildcats. Lead swimmer lane 4. There's a butterfly turn. Okay, last leg of the relay here for the Wildcats in lane 4. That's the freestyle. Right now, here in lane 2, the Wildcats are doing pretty good, and over here in lane 6, the Wildcats have a second place pretty much locked up. The scoring on relays is 8-4-2, so Oxford getting a 1-2 gives us 12 points. Nice job, nice job. Good swimming. Nice technique. The coaches worked very diligently with the student athletes. Working on kicking, working on turns. Wow. That's awesome. Pretty good turns in that race, and I love the way that the swimmers are able to time themselves as they come off the block, waiting until the preceding swimmers touch the wall, but making sure that their body's in motion coming off so they catch every moment they can to get off and get swimming. Okay, here again, Oxford versus Avondale. Next race is going to be the 200 freestyle. And just as a reminder, we can watch all sporting events on OCTV any Monday through Friday from 4 to 6:30, Saturdays from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and Sundays from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99. Okay, 200-yard freestyle, 8 lengths. So here in lane 1, closest to the camera again, is Maddie Johnson. Swimming next to Maddie in lane 2 is Izzy Frechette. Toward the center of the pool in lane 4 for the Wildcats, we have Kaylin Griffith. In lane 6, Nellie Charnstrom. In lane 8, Maddie Lovins. It's 200 yards, 8 lengths crawl stroke. I'm going to write something down.
Take your mark.
And away they go. 8 lengths. Here again, this is Rod Charles with the microphone. Mr. Bill Service working the camera. The split in that first 50 is about a 32. Swimmers should know their pacing. They should know their splits. So if you're doing a 200 freestyle, you want to have a pretty good idea where you are at your 50, your 100, and your 150. Let's catch the time as the lead swimmer here in lane 4 hits the wall. She's about a 1:05.9 as her first 100-yard split. 8-length race, so that was 4 lengths. Right now, it looks like a pretty good lead by our Wildcat swimmers here. Lanes 1 and 2 are doing pretty good. I think Oxford obviously has a 1-2 in this, maybe a 3-4. Let's see how it happens here at the last 2 lengths. When you watch the freestyle or crawl stroke, you want to see the swimmers with their elbows up high as their arms come around. Fingertip entry on those arms. And the kick is a flutter kick, pretty sharp, hard kick. Okay, so 1-2 for the Wildcats, 3rd place for Avondale, 5th, 6th, 7th place for the Wildcats, and lane 3 for Avondale, 8th place. Oxford, as we can see, has an 8-lane pool. Historically, most high school pools in the United States were 6-lane pools. Another nice feature of the Oxford natatorium is the fact that we have a separate diving well. A lot of the older high schools, you have just a big swimming tank or diving tank, so the divers during practice have to time their practice dives around the swimmers that are doing their laps up and down. It's a little bit scary sometimes. Here, the divers can practice impunity and work on their techniques while the swimmers are doing their workouts. Okay, the next race is going to be the 50 freestyle, our shortest race in high school swimming. This race, we're going to have 5 heats. Okay, let's take a look and see who we have here. Okay, for the Wildcats in lane 2, we have Clara Lang. Lane 4, Alexis Johnson. Lane 6, Lauren Champagne. And lane 7, Anna Gayton. This is the first heat out of 5 of the 50-yard freestyle. Here again, we have the Oxford Wildcats and the Avondale Yellow Jackets in a swimming and diving meet here at Oxford High School. As we can see over in the middle of the lane, the middle of the bulkhead, we got some repair work going on with the touch pads.
Switch out the court. Just to remind you
swapping out one of the panels.
Want to put that inside? Might be better normal not.
Heat 1 out of 5 heats. First heat, right? Right now the officials are checking the electronic equipment since we swapped out one of the panels. And again, just to repeat, Oxford Community Television. If you want a copy of the meet tonight, or any night for that matter, give a call over to the station. They'd love to hear from you. 248-628-9658. Boom. And away they go. 200-yard IM. We'd said a minute ago it's the 50 freestyle. This is the 200-yard individual medley. We're jumping the gun a little bit there while we're looking at the score sheets. So let's take a look at the 200 IM. Lane 2. Closest to the camera, we've got Addie Bishop. Lane 4 in the middle pool, Claire Alexander. Lane 5, Victoria McLennigan. And lane 6, Maggie Pill. 200-yard IM. Fly back breast free. Okay, now's the breaststroke. Watching the breaststroke, lead swimmer here in lane 4. You see that those arms going to stretch way out in front of the body. The pool's short coming back. Typically the hands don't come back very far at all compared to those of us who just do recreational swimming. Well, looks like the battle here is going to be for second place. Big lead by Oxford in lane 4. It looks like a 1-2-3 for the Wildcats. Maybe a 1-2-3-4. Well, they're pouring it on. So far, 1-2-3 for the Wildcats. Let's see who gets the fourth place. All right. Oxford Wildcats. Get out the broom. It's a clean sweep.
places are wrong.
Right. Because Ford is Ford Black. 462.
Okay, now we have the 50-yard freestyle that we had announced a few minutes ago. As we said, there's 5 heats to the 50.
Take your mark.
So lane 2, Alexis Johnson. Lane 4, Lauren Champagne. And lane 6, Anna Gayton. Okay, heat 2. Heat 2, lane 2. We have Skylar Goik.
Second heat of the 50-yard freestyle.
Lane 4, Tabitha Sterner. Lane 6, Victoria Provo. And lane 8 for the Wildcats, Paige Dell. 2 lengths. This is really great. All the swimmers get a chance to participate. Everybody gets a chance to be in the meet. All that hard work and practice, all those lengths, all those early morning workouts. Working on turns, working on starts, working on your technique, working on your conditioning. Okay, here we come with heat 3. I think this heat is going to be dominated by Oxford. That being said, lane 1 for Oxford, Jihan Maxwell. Lane 2, Brooke Manzik for Oxford. Lane 3, Elsa Rodriguez for Oxford. Lane 4 for Oxford, we have Audrey Manzik. Lane 5 for Oxford, Paige Hodder. Lane 6 for Oxford, Grace Nunez. Lane 7, Anna DeMeglio for Oxford. And lane 8, Caitlin Gaeta for Oxford. I think we're going to get another clean sweep by the Wildcats. Just a wild, crazy guess. Well, I see some really good arm strokes here, some nice technique. Good strong kicks, good strong arm movement. Heads are down. Great job. Nice good times on that race too. Wow. That was pretty impressive. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here for heat 4, and I'm going to guess this is probably going to be another Oxford sweep. So lane 1, close to the camera for the Wildcats, we have Grace Vogler. Lane 2 for the Wildcats, Mackenzie Finley. Lane 3 for the Wildcats, Laura Mace. Lane 4 for the Wildcats, Peyton Bailey. Lane 5 for the Wildcats, Sabrina Kirk. Lane 6 for the Wildcats, Emily Viken. Lane 7 for the Wildcats, Emily McClear. And lane 8 for the Wildcats, Tate Hamilton. Wow, look at that hard, strong kick they all have. Wow. Nice crisp turns. Good arm movement. Heads are down. Wow. Good job. You notice when the swimmers are done, one of the first things they do is they look over to the clock on the wall to see their times. That's a sign of an athlete right there. They're looking to see what their time is, because one of the victories is not just a first or second place, but it's knowing that you did a good time in your race. Did you improve or not? Did you do a 28.5 last week, and this week you did a 28.4? But that's one of the reasons that everyone looks up at the wall to see their time. How'd I do? That's the way to measure it. No if, and, or buts. Okay, now we're on the last heat of this race, this event rather, 50-yard freestyle.
Can we have it quiet, please?
Can I see your sheet for the 51 sheet? Grace Charmstone, lane 2. Ashley Weltick, lane 5.
Hey, come on.
Jenna Fissler, 6. And Rachel Cummins, lane 8. Someone took my sheet. Look at him go. Wildcats on parade. Another sweep of the Wildcats. Holy mackerel. Boy, some fast swims there. 26-1, 26-8, 27-28. Wow. Wow. All four of the Wildcats turned out some pretty fast times in that 50-yard race right there. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to have
I usually do a 46.
a little bit of warm up for the divers.
Next up is the diving. At this time, swimmers take advantage of the
Just a few things about diving. If you look over here at our diving board, what you'll see is a 1 meter diving board. It's 1 meter. Sometimes you see 3 meter boards. And then when you get to a certain level, you can also see a 10 meter platform. Let me grab one of the officials here. Jim, can I bother you for a minute here and ask you a couple quick questions? Okay. Let's put the official on the spot. Okay? Jim, what are some of the things you look for when you're judging diving?
You're looking for the approach, the form and execution of the dive, and the entry.
Just give us those three things then. Will you mind repeating those one more time?
The approach, the form and execution, and the entry into the water.
Okay. Three things. That's what the coaches are emphasizing. That's what the officials are looking for.
Correct.
Okay. Why is there sometimes a disparity among the three-judge panel?
It can depend on where you're sitting in the row. Depending if you're on one end or the other, you might see things differently. What one coach might see, someone else might be looking for something else, and they miss something in particular. It's being a subjective sport, it's very difficult to judge.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know that from our East German judges years ago, don't we?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Jim. Well, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing how good you're doing judging. We're going to give you some scores while we're watching, okay?
I'm not judging tonight.
But oh, you're not?
No.
So who's going to be judging?
The two coaches and the other official.
And the other official is who?
Jason Leshevitz.
So you can help us judge him?
I could.
Okay. Well, we'll be sure to check back with you.
Alrighty.
All right. We're going to take a quick break right now. Give us a chance to let the divers warm up, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Emily Gaeta, forward dive, tuck. Our three judges give her 3.5, 4.5, 4. So if we remember earlier talking to our official, Jim, he said we could judge the diving judges. There's 6, each diver does 6 dives. We have 4 divers tonight. Okay, Sage Broca.
Sage Broca doing a 52-21D back one somersault.
Sage is doing a back dive with a somersault.
1.7.
It's going to be a half twist in here. The difficulty rating on this is 1.7. Pretty good dive. I think the coaches would probably tell her later on that she could get more height if she came up off the board. She was leaning a little bit as she came off, and that cost her a little bit of height. We're waiting for the scores to show up here. Let's see what the 3 judges say.
Our third diver, Alex Gripinich.
Oops, our third diver,
Doing a 51.
Alexandra Gripinich.
1 somersault, 1 twist free.
She's doing a forward dive with 1 somersault, half twist, free position. Difficulty rating on this is 1.8. Very nice dive. Very nice dive. Good height, good clean entry, good approach. And the judges give her 5.5, 6 and 5.
Our fourth diver, here Veltinian.
So I think the race in this right now is going to be between her
1.5 somersault.
and Kara Veltigian. Kara's going to be doing
Difficulty
a back dive with 1.5 somersaults and a half twist, free position. Difficult rating on this is 1.8. This is about 5 pounds. Nice dive. Nice dive. 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. All 3 judges agree. Okay, let's see what we have here. Emily Gaeta.
Second round, Emily.
She's doing an inner dive tuck position.
Inward dive tuck.
This is rated at a 1.4 degree of difficulty. So she's going to come up off the board, tuck her knees toward her chest. Good height off the board, a little bit too far over at her entry, and her legs were spread out, so she wants to tighten it up a little bit. Judges give her a 3, 3.5, 4. Pretty good start to the dive. That's something that she can work on and probably get some big scores out of that.
202A back one.
Okay,
somersault.
Sage Broco
Difficulty 1.7.
doing a back dive with a somersault, straight position. Difficulty rating on this is 1.7. Once again, this is a 1 meter diving platform. Nice, clean entry. 4, 4, 4.5. Probably could pick up another point and a half from each of the judges if she got a little more height coming up off the board.
Alex is doing a
Okay,
52,
Alexandra Gripinich
one somersault. One
for the Yellow Jackets,
difficulty
doing a back dive with a somersault, 1.5 twist, free position. This is the highest rated difficult dive More difficult than it is for me to say it anyhow. 2.3. This is the kind of dive you want to do at the state because this is where you can get some really good points if you pull it off. Once again, on that dive there, I'd give her about a 5 myself. Judges give her 5, 5.5, 5.5. She started leaning back just a little bit too soon. Okay, Caravel Tigian is doing a 2.3 rated difficult rated dive. Back dive, 1.5 somersault, pike position. 2.3. It's a back dive doing 1.5 somersaults. Very good dive. Very good dive. Good height off the board. Probably lose a half point on her entry. She had a little bit more momentum than she needed, but it was a good dive. 5.5, 5, 5.5. One of her strengths is she gets great height coming off the board. Okay, back to Emily.
Our third round.
Emily's doing a back dive.
Back dive
Tuck position.
1.5.
1.5 is the difficulty ranking on this. As we heard earlier, we have 3 judges, and they give her 4, 4.5, 4.5. An Oxford coach, an Avondale coach, and of course Jason, who is the official.
Inward dive tuck, difficulty 1.4.
Okay, Sage's dive. She's doing inward dive, tuck position 1.5. Wow. She did a great job on that. I'm going to give her a 6. Judges give her 5.5, 6, 5. I think my scoring on that last judge at the 5, I'm going to give that judge maybe a 2 on that. I think she deserved a 6.
Difficulty 1.7.
Okay. For Avondale, Alexandra's doing a forward dive, 1.5 somersault pike. Difficulty on this is rated at 1.7. Nice dive. Great height coming off the board. Nice clean entry. 6.5, 6.5, 6. Our third judge, I think he needs a talking to. That was a 6.5, but he gave her a 6.
Kira's doing a 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck.
Kira's doing a
2.
inward dive, 1.5 somersaults tuck, rated at 2.2. So she's going to be doing it inward, of course. And the tuck means that she's got to, as I said earlier, pull her knees up toward her chest. She's got to make it tight enough of a tuck so that she can spin fast, but not so fast that she comes over. Very, very good dive. That's a 6 minimum, maybe more. All right. 6.5, 6, and 6. There we go. Okay. Emily Gata
Fourth round.
for her 4th dive. She's doing a back
Back 1 somersault tuck.
with 1 somersault,
1.5.
tuck position. The difficulty rating on this is 1.5. Four, 4.5, 4.5.
4.5. Sage is doing a 4.26.
Okay, Sage's next dive is an inward dive with a somersault.
1.6.
Tuck position 1.6. Four, 3.5, 5. Okay, Alexandra
Alex is doing a 1
for the Avondale Yellow Jackets.
difficulty 2.3.
Doing another difficult dive. This is a forward dive with 2 somersaults. Pike position 2.3. Now Alex gets some really good height off the board, which would really help her a lot when she's got to do 2 somersaults. Let's watch, as our official said, we watch the approach, then you watch the execution, and then you watch the entry. Those 3 components. Nice dive. 6, 7.5, 6.5. I'm sorry, 6, 7.5.
Kira is doing a 52,
6.5.
D. Back, 1 somersault, 1/2 twist free.
Kara's doing
2.3.
a back dive with a somersault, 1.5 twists, 2.3 difficulty rating. So this is a close race between these 2 divers right now. A little short on that. Let's see what the judges say. Five and a half, 6, and 6. Kara gets great height off the board. She has it spoiled because she's such a great job that it seems so normal to see her come off the board. Okay.
Fifth round.
For the 5th round, Sage Broco
122D. Forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist.
doing a forward dive
Difficulty
with 1 somersault. She's going to do a twist. 1.9 is the difficulty rating on this. Announce it again.
Announcing the dive, 51, 22.
Sage is checking on the dive.
1 somersault, 1 twist free. Difficulty 1.9.
Four, and 5.
Alex is doing a 403D. Inward, 1.5 somersault. Height, difficulty 2.4.
Okay, Alex, for Avondale. This is the most difficult dive tonight of anyone. An inward dive with 1.5 somersaults, pike position. 2.4 is the degree of difficulty. Inward dive with 1.5 somersaults, pike. Good dive. Very good dive. Let's see what the judges say. 5.5, 6.5, 5.5. All right, here comes Kara.
Kira is doing a
Her dive is rated at 2.3.
two somersault pike. Difficulty
Forward dive, 2 somersaults, pike position. Forward dive with 2 somersaults. Wow, nice job, nice dive. Let's say 6.5, maybe 7. And the judges say 7, 7.5, and 6.5. So for all those math majors watching, that'll average out to 7. Okay, Sage is doing her final dive, a forward dive with 1.5 somersaults,
difficulty 1.6.
tuck position, and the difficulty rating is 1.6. Nice dive, Sage. Four and a half, 5.5, 5.
Alex is doing a 303C. Reverse.
Okay, for the
1.5 somersault
Avondale
tuck.
Yellow Jackets,
Difficulty 2.1.
reverse dive, 2.1 degree of difficulty, 1.5 somersaults, tuck position. Once again, we're doing a reverse dive. That means she's going to come off the board and reverse back toward the board while she's flying through the air. In the meantime, she's going to do 1.5 somersaults. All right, nice dive. One of Alex's strengths is she does a lot of highly, very difficult dives. 6, 6, 5.5. You know, obviously, if you're multiplying 2.3 times the scores of the 3 judges, that's going to have a bigger impact than doing a 1.5 dive. And Alex does a lot of dives that are 2, 2, 3, 2, 4.
2.4.
Okay, Kiera's dive. 2.4 reverse, 1 somersault with 1.5 twist. So as we just said, she's going to come off the board, reverse back toward the diving board. In the meantime, she's going to be doing a somersault and twisting her body. Wow, great height off the board. Great height off the board. 6.5, 4.5, 5. I think her entry probably wasn't as clean as she would like. She usually does a pretty good job with her entry, but boy, that great height.
Congratulations, divers. This concludes our diving.
So let's take a minute here. Let's take a moment to review a few things here. Oxford Wildcats versus the Yellow Jackets of Avondale. The meet tonight, the swimming and diving meet, is recorded by Oxford Community Television. If you want a copy, just give a quick call over to the station, 248-628-9658. $10 a copy. And we can watch all the sports and all the events from OCTV any Monday through Friday from 4 to 6:30. Saturday and Sunday from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99. So if you're a Charter subscriber, it's 191, AT&T it's Channel 99. If you want, you can check out the website, where you can watch the games and other programs. OCCTV.org. I'm going to repeat that. OCCTV.org. Then welcome OCCTV.org. A lot of the things that we see here on our website are produced for YouTube as well, so you can check on YouTube. There's also the Facebook for OCCTV. That's Oxford Community Television. Check the website out, OCCTV.org. Once again, we have Mr. William Service working the camera. This is Rod Charles with the microphone. Hopefully we get those scores added up in diving. It'd be kind of interesting to see who wins the diving. But in the meantime, we have something special for some of the seniors tonight.
I don't get scores, do I?
Captains for the Wildcats, Rachel Cummins, Victoria McLenigan, and Emily Viken. Laura Champagne, Anna Gayton, Clara Lang, Victoria Provo, Elsa Rodriguez, Tabitha Sterner. Those are our seniors. 9 seniors on the team. I'm going to repeat those names again. Rachel Cummins, Victoria McLenigan, Emily Viken, Lauren Champagne, Anna Gayton, Clara Lang, Victoria Provo, Elsa Rodriguez, and Tabitha Sterner. Those are the seniors for Oxford this year.
Rachel Hartrick and Annie Hinman. Now for our class of 2018 senior girls. Our first senior is Lauren Champagne. Lauren is accompanied by her mother, Eileen Champagne. This is Lauren's first year on the team, and her favorite event is the 50 freestyle. What Lauren will miss most is the pasta parties before away meets. Our next senior is Rachel Commons. She is joined by parents Raymond and Catherine Commons. Rachel has been on the team for 4 years and is a senior captain. After college, Rachel plans on getting married and starting a family. Her favorite memory is any time the girls made her laugh so hard that she almost drowned, and the silence before they broke the record in 2015. What Rachel will miss most is Emily Viken's stupid comments that make her laugh. Next, we have Anna Gayton. Anna's here with parents Elsa Costa and Miguel Gayton. Anna has been on the team for 2 years. In college, she plans on majoring in nursing or dental hygiene. Anna's advice to future swimmers is that success is a process, not an outcome, so enjoy it. Our next senior is Claire Lang. Claire is accompanied by parents Tina and Scott Lang. Claire has been on this team for 1 year and plans on attending OCC and U of M Flint. What she will miss most is all the close bonds that she has made and the inside jokes. Next, we have Victoria McLenigan. Victoria is here with parents Mark and Sharon McLenigan. She has been on this team for 4 years and is also a senior captain. Victoria says that there's too many favorite moments to choose from. Her whole high school swim experience has been her favorite memory. What Victoria will miss most is her teammates. She says she has never met a group of girls that spend hours on end together, tired, exhausted, and soaking wet, and still collectively have the most positive attitudes ever. She says this team has become her family and will always be her home to run back to. Her advice to future swimmers is there was a time when you fell in love with swimming, whether it be years ago or just a few days ago. There's a girl inside of you who has fallen in love with swimming. Swim for her and no one else. Our next senior is Victoria Provo. Victoria is joined by parents Tina and Floyd Provo. She has been on this team for 3 years. Victoria plans on attending the University of Michigan, majoring in chemistry. Her favorite memory is jamming out in the back of the bus on our way to away meets. Next, we have Elsa Rodriguez. Elsa is accompanied by Papa Rodriguez and has been on this team for 4 years. Her favorite event is the 200 medley relay, and Elsa's favorite memory is bonding with her team at sleepovers and pasta parties. What Elsa will miss most is bus rides home after winning a meet. Our next senior is Tabitha Sterner. Tabitha is joined by parents Dawn and Bill Sterner. She has been on this team for 2 years, and what Tabitha will miss most is her loving team and coaches. Tabitha's advice to future swimmers is to make sure that you always have fun. She says when you are doing what you love, you have an opportunity to make a difference in your life as well as others. She would like to extend a personal thank you to her team for being supportive and showing her what real unity looks like, to her coaches for welcoming her into this team last year and teaching her to swim like an athlete, and lastly to her parents for being loving and supportive. Our last senior tonight is Emily Viken. Emily is here with parents Rudy and Kim Viken. She has been on the team for 4 years and is a senior captain. Emily plans on attending Oakland University, majoring in mechanical engineering. Her favorite memories is our parties in the back of a bus to and from away meets. Let's give one last round of applause for our seniors.
If you would like to jump in, hand your stuff to your parents and go ahead.
Well, it's a bittersweet moment for this graduating seniors. Really great that the kids get recognized here, and the parents as well. I guess we could say they're having their senior moment. Anyhow, this is Rod Charles and my Kimosabi, Mr. Bill Service, Oxford High School, our swimming and diving meet, Oxford Wildcats versus the Avondale Yellow Jackets. And while we're doing this, I'm going to ask, now last week we had a meet with Berkeley, and Coach John Pearson said that we were heading over toward Eastern Michigan to go to a diving meet. I'm going to just do a quick check with John and see how Kara did the meet. John, I want to interrupt just for a moment, let you catch your breath. Let you catch your breath. How's that? Could you give us a quick synopsis on how things went at Eastern Michigan?
Eastern Michigan was a good experience. It was actually a good and bad experience, believe it or not.
Okay.
But we learned a lot.
Okay.
We made a mistake, and Kira did 10 dives instead of 11.
Okay.
Now, you have to represent all 5 groups, and you have to do 2 dives from all 5 groups to get your triple up on 1. That's how you get your 11 dives. We had a lot of stuff going on. I also run that meet, and I got myself a little distracted. Dive number 6 came up. She and I were thinking reverse dive. Inward dive is what was in the computer on her dive sheet and is what was announced. They announced her inward dive. She got up and did a gorgeous reverse dive for zeros.
So good news and bad news. A gorgeous dive, just the wrong one.
Correct. And you don't get a chance to do that inward dive again. So luckily, inward dive is at 1.5 degree of difficulty. I explained it to her. If you're going to blow a dive, blow 1.5, not 2.6. So we got over that. She did a nice reverse dive, nice reverse and a half, and a great reverse twister right after that. And she did the best inward 1.5 and front 2.5 she's ever done. The good news, Miska does not count for team points. Miska does not advance into the state finals. Miska is a practice meet. And with 10 dives, she outscored her county meet performance from the week before by 20 points.
Wow. So you might say she handicapped everybody else in the county?
Yes. She did a nice job. We learned a lot, and she learned how to let that go and overcome that adversity to really hammer some nice stuff.
Wow. Pretty cool. Now, there were 30 divers overall?
32 divers overall. She ended up 25th out of the 32, and that's 32 of the top divers, all 3 divisions. And if you add in about 40 points, she would have been probably 12th.
And with that in mind, so the next step, of course, is OAA meet, right? And then we have the regionals. Where's the regional diving meet going to be this year?
OAA's is here, which is good.
Okay.
Regionals will be at L'Anse Creuse North. She's been there before, and it's good boards. She'll do well. And then our state meet is again back at Oakland. And if we keep progressing like we're progressing right now, we'll have a lot of fun between now and the end of the year.
Well, watching the meet here tonight, that was nice because Avondale has a decent diver.
That was some of the best diving we've seen at this pool this year. So the OAA is going to be even more fun because Alex is back, the Avondale diver, and she's pretty and she's talented and she's very good. Kira's going to be here, and Kira's a strong, pretty diver and very technically correct. We've got 2 young Athens divers that are very good. I wouldn't want to be at any other OAA meet. The blue meet's where the diving's going to be.
Well, that's pretty interesting. All right, well, good job. Thanks, John.
Yep, good seeing you.
All right, folks, here we have it. This is Rod Charles with the microphone. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back just before the action starts. Ask you 2 ladies to introduce yourselves to start with, since I don't know your names.
Becca Berman.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Kayla Tompkins.
And you both coach at Avondale, right?
Yes.
Are you both swimming and diving, or do you coach the swimming, or just diving, or what?
Both coaching swimming and then partly coaching diving.
Okay. How long have you guys been coaching?
I've been coaching swimming for 7 years, but this is my first year at Avondale.
Where were you coaching before that?
I was coaching club in Novi and then at Groves in Birmingham.
How about yourself?
This is my first year coaching.
Did you guys swim or dive when you were in high school and college?
I did. I swam in high school and college, and then I got her here because she's very mathematically smart, so she helps me with my lineups and splits.
Where did you swim?
I swam at Michigan State and at Novi.
At Novi High School then, too. Mm-hmm. What's the team name for Novi?
Novi Wildcats.
Oh, that's right, Wildcats. Okay, I was thinking Northville is Mustangs, right? Next door neighbors.
Yes.
And how about yourself?
I did not swim.
So how did you get the experience to help coach?
Through this girl right here.
So she's a teacher and a coach and an athlete too. What did you swim at Michigan State?
I swam the 1,000 and the 500 and the mile.
So that means you're pretty tough then if you do the distance races, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so too. I mean, we all know this spring is a little bit easier. What was your time in the 500?
Oh dear, you're putting me on the spot here. I went about 4:58.
Really, 4:58? That's phenomenal. You know, one of the best swimmers here at Oxford High School swims for Michigan State right now, Haley Kornberger.
You know Haley.
You know Haley. What's she doing right now?
Haley is finishing up her senior season at state, I believe.
Okay. What is she swimming now? Do you know?
Still swimming distance.
Okay, well, there you go. What goes on at Avondale High School as far as workouts? Do you guys practice mornings or evenings or both or what?
We practice both, mornings and evenings.
Okay. How many swimmers and divers total?
22.
22. Do you have any club swimmers or mostly what you guys teach them?
We have one club swimmer.
Okay, that makes it a little bit tough, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, so you have to do a lot of developmental work when you're coaching, right? How many lanes at the high school at Avondale?
6.
6? I've been there, I just can't remember. How many yards do you guys put in a given day?
You're asking some really tough questions here. It depends on the day. Some days we run and we'll only get like 3,000 yards in. Some days we'll go right to the pool and go like 6,000. We only do weights in the morning before school.
Okay, all right. Anything else you care to add? Let me ask you, since you're being a little bit quiet over there. You're farther away from the microphone.
No, nothing to add. I'm good.
How about yourself, Coach?
Nothing to add.
No pearls of wisdom from a Michigan State Spartan distance swimmer? I mean, there's a lot of tough stuff in that sentence.
Oh, I don't know. I just like the sport of swimming, and it's fun to watch, and I'm excited to watch this 500 here soon.
All right, well, good deal. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Getting ready for the 100 fly. Once again, Bill Service is working the camera. This is Rod Charles with the microphone. 100-yard butterfly.
Our 6th event of the evening.
This is the 6th event of the evening, as you just heard.
There's one heat for this event.
Okay, let's check out who we have here. Okay, lane 2, Ashley Weltick. Lane 4, Jenna Fissler. Lane 6, Rachel Cummins. And lane 8, Grace Charnston. 4 lengths fly. And off they go. You see that start where they go a long ways underwater doing the dolphin kick. Arms coming over. Thumbs hitting the water. Strong dolphin kick. Butterfly and breaststroke both required. Both hands touch the wall at the same time. We have 2 officials that watch for that. Okay, it looks like we might have another sweep, so keep those brooms out. One, 2, 3, and 4 for the Oxford Wildcats.
Why is lane 2 still?
By the way, while we're waiting for the 100 freestyle, I overheard at the scores table that the diving turned out good for the Wildcats. That Kira took a first place, outscored her competitor from Avondale by about 10 points. So that was something we're looking forward to hearing about, since both those divers, as Coach Pearson said, are highly rated in Oakland County and the state. Okay. 4 lengths freestyle. Now we're going to have 2 heats of the 100. Well, it looks like we're going to have 4 heats. So let's take a look here. Lane 2, close to the camera, Alexis Johnson. Lane 4, Lauren Champagne. Lane 6, Anna Gayton. Four lengths crawl stroke. Alexis in lane 2, Lauren's in 4, Anna's in lane 6. First split's about a 38.5. That's Alexis over here in lane 2. Okay, another good job by the Wildcats. 1, 2, 3. Okay, heat 2 coming up for the Wildcats in lane 2, Grace Vogler. Lane 4, Tabitha Sterner. Lane 6, Elsa Rodriguez. 246, our Wildcats. Lane 2, Grace. Lane 4, Tabitha. Lane 6, Elsa. 4 lengths freestyle. We have 4 heats of the 100 freestyle. First split's about a 34.5 with the lead swimmer in lane 6. Nice swimming there. Nice, very nice swimming. That was heat 2. Now we have heat 3 out of 4 coming up. Heat 3 is an all Oxford heat. So here in lane 1, Grace Nunez. That's here again. That's closest to the camera is Grace Nunez. Lane 2, Audrey Manzik. Lane 3, Laura Mace. Lane 4, Addie Bishop. Lane 5, Maggie Pill. Lane 6, Izzy Frechette. Lane 7, Anna DeMeglio. And lane 8, Jihan Maxwell. This is an all Oxford race here. You're looking across the pool, we see some good, hard, sharp kicks. You want to see a hard, sharp kick on a race like 100 freestyle. Fast turnover for the arms. Once again, the head should be down, and a quick turn to the side to get some air. Lead swimmer's about a 31.8 for the first 50. They're pouring it on. I think it's safe to say that Oxford won that heat. Okay, the finals. Our final heat of this 100-yard freestyle race coming up. Heat 4 out of the 4. So lane 2, Kaylee Rogers. Lane 4, Claire Alexander. Lane 6, Peyton Bailey. Lane 8, Nellie Charnstrom. 100-yard freestyle, 4 lengths. Kaylee Rogers in 2, Claire Alexander 4, Peyton Bailey in 6, and Nellie Charnstrom in lane 8. About a 28-7, that first 50-yard split by our lead swimmer in lane 4. Pretty good split. All 4 Oxford swimmers way ahead of the Avondale Yellow Jackets. Way ahead. Yeah, one of the things I noticed here at the meet tonight and other meets we've had is Oxford has a lot of depth in the team. In other words, there's a lot of swimmers and divers who fill out the entire meet. We don't have a lot of empty lanes. Our next race will be the 500 freestyle, longest race in high school swimming. As you just heard from the Avondale coach, she swam the 500 and the 1,000 when she was at Michigan State. College swimming, there's a 500 race, but there's also a 1,000 race, 1,000-yard race. On occasion, there's a 1650. But in college, typically a dual meet between 2 schools will feature a 500-yard freestyle and a 1,000 freestyle. The other races, like here, we would do a 100-yard butterfly. In college, they do a 200-yard butterfly, or a 100-yard backstroke. Here in college, it's a 200-yard backstroke. Okay, the timers are ready, the swimmers are ready. Meantime, the official's over here at the scores table. He's checking out the computer, making sure that the scores are being tabulated correctly. He's also making sure that we got the right swimmers up on the blocks. right now the officials are checking the score. The unofficial score is 72-19. Unofficial for Oxford. Okay, the 500-yard freestyle, 20 lengths. Now to qualify for the Division I state championship, a swimmer needs to do 5:18.69. That's a pretty fast time. That's just to qualify to get in the meet. Okay, for the Wildcats, lane 2 we have Kaylin Griffith. Lane 4 we have Sabrina Kirk. Lane 6, Emily Viken. And in lane 8, Maddie Lovins. 20 lengths. You know, Coach Pearson was mentioning that in the diving meet that the let's call it the exhibition meet they had last week over in Ypsilanti at Eastern Michigan University, that they do 11 dives, and they had set up for 10 dives. In the world of swimming, on a race like a 500, you see something like that, where you see somebody will stop after 18 lengths, or sometimes somebody will try to go for 22 lengths. Lead swimmer just hit the wall at about a 106.8 for their first 100-yard freestyle split. It's a race where it's easy to lose count of where you are. That's one reason at the far end of the pool you see teammates there with the large placards. They'll keep track of how many lengths have been done. You know, a lot of swimmers in practice, you know, if you're going to swim the 500 race, you got to do a lot of distance practicing. And a lot of swimmers, just to while away the time while they're going up and down, they'll sing, they'll do all kinds of things just to kind of while the time aways. We had seniors night here at Oxford tonight. We have 9 seniors on the Oxford Wildcats swimming and diving team. Rachel Cummins, Victoria McLenigan, Emily Viken, Lauren Champagne, Anna Gayton, Claire Lang, Tabitha Sterner, Elsa Rodriguez, and Victoria Provo. We're just past the halfway mark now. As the lead swimmer approaches with 2 lengths to go, we'll hear the official sound the air gun as an alert to everybody that the lead swimmer has those 2 final lengths. Okay, lead swimmer's got about 100 yards to go. See our official Jim, he's over there toward the center of the pool now with the air gun. Oxford Community Television. AT&T 99, Charter 191. Okay. Oxford grabs another first place. Oxford grabs another second place. Oxford grabs third place. Nice swimming there, all the way around the pool. Nice finish by the Avondale swimmer in lane 3. Good, strong finish. Okay, 200-yard freestyle relay. Excuse me, John, I'm going to grab this. Let's see what we have here. We have 1 heat. Oxford's got lanes 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. The Yellow Jackets will be in lanes 7, 5, and 3. For the Wildcats, lane 1, Anna Gayton, Laura Champagne, Anna DeMeglio, Alexis Johnson. For the Oxford Wildcats in lane 2, Paige Dell, Jehan Maxwell, Elsa Rodriguez, and Grace Nunez. Lane 4 for the Wildcats, Victoria McLennigan, Claire Alexander, Jenna Fissler, and Ashley Weltick. Lane 6 for the Wildcats, Kaylee Rogers, Baggy Pill, Maddie Johnson, Nellie Charnstrom. And lane 8, Brooke Manzik, Claire Lang, Victoria Provo, and Tabitha Sterner. Each swimmer is doing 2 lengths, all out. It's a great race to watch. A lot of intensity and relays, plus a short race like this makes it even more intense. Big lead by the Wildcats. You watch the 50 freestyle like this, you see that strong, hard kick. Okay, Oxford grabs first place. Seems to be a recurring theme this evening. Oxford gets second place. Relay scoring being 8-4-2. Oxford just got 12 points with me. The Avondale Yellow Jackets got 2. All right. Some good, strong, hard swimming in that race. Got to give credit to the Avondale swimmers cheering on their teammate over there in lane 7. We have the 11th race coming up. 100-yard breaststroke. 4 lengths. Breaststrokes featured by the long reach of the arms in front of you in the water. Short, strong pull back. The kicking is a strong kick backwards. In competition racing, the kick is a little bit narrower, a lot narrower actually than when we do our recreation swimming where we're just trying to glide. This race, obviously the goal is speed, so the kick is going to be a sharp race. I'm sorry, we have backstroke. I'm talking about the breaststroke. We have backstroke. Just got the wrong sheet from the officials here. But anyhow, backstroke. Let's talk about backstroke. Now that we're all experts on breaststroke. 4 lengths. If you watch the backstroke, the technique would be this, real simple. You know, you see the arms are coming over. The hand enters the water. Little finger comes in first. Going to point your toes into a sharp, strong kick, a flutter kick. Always like to remind people those flags there draped across the pool are there so that backstrokers can judge the distance from the end of the pool. For Oxford in lane 2, we have Mackenzie Finley. Lane 3, Tate Hamilton. Lane 6, Paige Hodder. And lane 8, Emily McClear. One, two, three. So Tate Hamilton there in lane 4. Lane 6, Paige Hodder. Lane 8, Emily McClear. Lane 2, Mackenzie Finley. Now we have the breaststroke. Okay, for the Wildcats here, lane 2, Brooke Manzik. Lane 4, Victoria McLenigan. Lane 6, Kaylee Rogers. Lane 8, far side of the pool, Paige Dell. 4 lengths breaststroke, as we were saying earlier. You know, 2-hand touch on the walls. The hands reach way out in front, and a sharp, strong pull back, and then a very strong, narrow breaststroke kick. 4 lengths. When you watch the breaststrokers come off the wall at their turn, you'll see them glide a long ways into water. They're allowed 1 pull underwater. Nice split, about a 37 on the first 50 split. So lane 4, Victoria McLennigan, about a 119 or so. Lane 6, Kaylee Rogers. Lane 2, Brooke Manzuk. Lane 8, Paige Dell. Following the breaststroke, we'll have our last race of the evening, the 400-yard freestyle relay. All right, good swimming, good swimming. I'm always amazed, or I should say impressed, that would be the more appropriate words, at how nice the techniques I see from the swimmers. That's the result of a lot of good coaching. A couple reminders. Copies of meet, just give the station a call. 248-628-9658. If you watch Charter Channel 191 or AT&T Channel 99, you can watch this on television. Bring the family over, have some popcorn. Monday through Friday from 4 to 6:30, or Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 6. You can also go to the website, occtv.org. You can see a lot of the meets and other events from the our town, our community on occtv.org. You can see a lot of things on the YouTube.
For our 12th and final event of the evening, the 400-yard freestyle.
OCTV now has 8,000 to 10,000 viewers on YouTube. So we know where Bill Service is spending his day watching those YouTubes. Okay, last race. .400 freestyle relay. Oxford's in lane 2, 4, 6, 8. Lane 2, Izzy Frechette, Emily Viken, Mackenzie Finley, Paige Hodder. Lane 4, Peyton Bailey, Rachel Cummins, Claire Alexander, and Grace Charnstrom. Lane 6, Addie Bishop, Caitlin Griffith, Nellie Charnstrom, and Tate Hamilton. In lane 8, Anna DeMeglio, Audrey Manzik, Maddie Lovins, and Emily McClear. Once again, the Wildcats are in lanes 2, 4, 6, 8. Each swimmer does 4 lengths. As we said many times before, the officials are watching to make sure they have a clean start. No one can jump early, they're going to be caught. Well, that was close over there in lane 4. Wow. Now she went about half the way of the pool underwater.
Bo, 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 bo.
Well, a huge lead by lane 4. All right. Oxford claims another first place. As we've often said, victory is achieved in many ways. It could be a first place, a second place. Could be improving your time. It could be improving an element of your stroke or your dive. All right, great job by the Wildcats. Another victory. So once again, here we are, Oxford High School, our swimming and diving pool. Avondale Yellow Jackets against the Oxford Wildcats. We don't have an official score. It usually takes a while to tabulate it, but we can make a pretty safe assumption that the score was overwhelmingly in favor of the Wildcats. Overwhelming. Once again, Rod Charles with the microphone here, and Bill Service with the camera. Okay, let's take a look at our friend up here, Mr. Bill Service, if we dare. Jackie, what's been the highlight of the season so far?
I think a natural reaction would be to say this undefeated season. It's our first ever undefeated season, but honestly, I would say it's the group of the girls and the way they've come together. And there have been some meets where we haven't had much competition, and they've shown up. They've done their best. They've, competed against each other. They've done best times. I would just say that they're continuous improvement in their performances, and they're just having fun, which is what it's all about.
My observation is that you and the other staff are doing a great job with the motivation level. I see the activity level. I see the student athletes running around with big smiles and having a lot of fun. Even the boogaloos they're doing before the meet starts. That's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, honestly, this is probably one of the best group of girls that we've ever had. They're dedicated. They work hard. They're there for each other. Sometimes you have groups of girls that butt heads, and there are cliques and issues, and I have not had that issue with this group. They're fantastic.
What's your stiffest challenge in the OAA Blue right now? The team that's going to give you the biggest challenge?
That would be Berkeley, and we did beat Berkeley by about 35 points.
Right.
However, with the league meet competition, you're not looking at the top 3 athletes in each event. You're really looking at the depth of the team. So, and that's something that we're not really 100% sure what they have. Plus, they did have some girls that were out for a band concert that night. They had a couple divers. So I think it's going to be a lot closer than.
So they do have some divers. I was going to say, because when we did
they didn't at the league or at the dual meet, because they were at the band competition.
And when is the conference meet?
League prelims for swimming is going to be on Wednesday, November 1st at 5 p.m. The diving prelims are going to be on Thursday, November 2nd at 5:30 p.m. And then the finals for both events will be at 5 o'clock on Friday, November 3rd here at Oxford High School.
All right. Well, good job, Jackie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, this is Rod Charles, and you just heard Coach Jackie Rank having a great season here. And as she said, a lot of it is you see the attitude of the swimmers and divers before the meet starts. It's pretty great thing to observe. So here again, Oxford Community Television, Bill Service with the camera, Rod Charles the microphone. Thank you very much. We'll see you around town. Take care.